Hey guys, welcome back. So I've just finished watching Boom, and I've got to be honest, I was slightly disappointed. Now, I kept my expectations really low despite it being a Stephen Moffat episode, and his episodes, especially the singular ones, have been quite strong. But on the whole, I wouldn't say I enjoyed this, really. I mean, it did have its good moments, like when Ruby was shot, I felt very emotional over that. I really did enjoy that scene. And then the scene at the end where it was about to explode. Those scenes were really cool, but on the whole, I know this is how it had to be filmed, but I just thought it was a bit boring how there was not really any villain and how it was all in one place with just one set of people. So I've got to say I am quite disappointed with it because I was originally worried, I did say this before, I was worried that it wouldn't be as fun as the rest of the series has been. And really, although it had to be quite serious, there was no sort of fun elements at the beginning or the end, before or after it happened. So I was quite disappointed with that. Now, on the whole, I will have to go back and watch it, and maybe my thoughts will change, and I hope they do. But to be honest, I'm quite disappointed because what I've really loved about this series so far, which I've said before, is just how fun it's been and how enjoyable it's been. And I just feel like this one just wasn't as fun or enjoyable, and it isn't really what this series was sort of doing and what I was enjoying about it. So I was quite disappointed with that. But on the whole, I wouldn't say there was too much to say about this episode. It was enjoyable. One thing that I did notice, and I had to double check this, but I was quite certain, was Verada was in it, which I was really surprised at. They've really kept that quiet. Now, it makes me wonder, is she going to be the same person in the next series? But I thought that was very interesting to have her, and it was quite cool to actually have her in it, knowing she's going to be the companion. I think she might be the same character. They definitely could do it, and it would make a nice break from the traditional modern-day Earth companion. So I really hope that they do that. So that was really cool. And then also the sort of link back to the Clerks and everything of the Stephen Moffat era. Again, that was really cool as well. But apart from that, it wasn't amazing. The sort of like urn things which weren't urns were quite creepy. I liked how they done that. And I liked how Susan Twist was like really involved with this episode. So I look forward to seeing how she's going to be in other episodes as well. But again, on the whole, there is not a great deal to say about this episode. I'm slightly disappointed with it, and although next week looks extremely cool and I'm really liking the vibe it's doing, I'm worried this is again not going to be as fun as the rest of the series have been. Space Babies, the Devil's Called mostly, but the Space Babies as well, they were really just fun episodes and I really liked the vibe they were going for. And now it sort of seems to have shifted. Boom, if it was just a step away for 1 week, then I could deal with that. But next week, on the whole, even though it's just a like 10-second preview we've seen, it does look like it's going to be another one which is just a bit more sort of not as fun as the rest of the series has been, to be honest. So I'm sort of worried that is that sort of it. The Space Babies and the Devil's Called was just sort of like the fun ones, and now we're just going to back to how Doctor Who normally is, of like very serious and all of that, and sort of not serious necessarily, but just more like not as fun as it's been. Because I feel like the two episodes, Space Babies and the Devil's Called, was probably the most fun it's been in quite a while. So that's why I really enjoyed it, and now we've just stepped away from it. I just worry that we're not going to go back to it, and that was just sort of like a short glimpse of what we could have had. But yeah, on the whole, the episode, it was good, it was written well, but it just wasn't for me, to be honest. But I will go back and rewatch it and do a full review and see if my thoughts change. I hope they do. But yeah, on the whole, I didn't enjoy this one as much. I look forward to next week. Again, I'm going to keep my expectations low because it's always great to keep them low, just in case you're disappointed. But it is looking good next week. So I'm hoping it'll be alright. I mean, to be honest, I really like the look of all the sort of previews and the trailers we've got of this episode, and then I didn't really enjoy it when it comes out. So I hope that next week's going to be different to that. And again, I hope next week, even though there probably won't be, well, it doesn't look like there'll be much of the Doctor, it's still going to be sort of fun, at least at the beginning or the end. And then we can go back to more fun episodes. The Regency episode might be quite fun as well. So, and Dot and Bubble maybe, but I'm just really hoping that they do go back to how fun it's been. But yeah, on the whole, like I said, I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy it, but I wouldn't say I enjoyed it either. So it was a good episode. It was nice to watch. But I think if I was to rewatch it again, if my thoughts don't change, I'd find it quite boring. I only find it a bit more exciting because it was obviously the first time we see it, and then Ruby gets shot is quite a surprise. And then it going off, you're thinking the Doctor's about to die. So those are cool scenes. But now you know that doesn't happen, then it won't be probably as enjoyable. But I'm going to rewatch it again, do my full review, and I hope it changes for the better. But anyway, that's just my opinions. What I'd love to know is what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. And see you in my next video soon where I do the full review. Thank you all for watching and take care.